talking to Alusine, the Acting Information, Education and Communication Officer for the Bombali District Council.
Trending now in the country is about the dissolved functions. What is dissolved functions?
Basically, devolved functions, these are functions that are delegated to local councils for their implementations, because these are functions actually that the central government authorities were supposed to have implemented, but due to a lot of functions, they deemed it fit that they delegate those functions to the council so that they implement them in place of the central government.
This might be new ideas, or this might be a phenomenal idea that is very, very much strange to council because council have not been performing this good. So tell us what new.
Well, basically, to a certain extent, I may say these are not much new because already these are functions for a long time that have been delegated to councils. But due to the past administration, certain functions were withdrawn, and then we cannot tell why was that. But out of 79 functions actually that were devolved to council, only 54 of them were fully devolved. And then after some time in 2004 to 2007, certain functions of those 54 were withdrawn, and then only 43 of those functions were fully being implemented by the council. So quite recently, on the 7th of March of 2019, some of those functions have been added as well to local councils, which are 28 of them. Those are the ones that have been added to the councils, because out of the 79, if 43 were fully devolved, then meaning it remained 36. So out of those 36, they have devolved again the 28, so it remains 8 of those functions that are presently being implemented by central authorities.
So, what are really some of these functions council will be performing as of recent times?
Where the just devolved functions that were fully delegated to councils since 7th March 2019. Council will now begin to do registrations of birth and death. They will begin to do maintenance of primary feeder roads, and then also maintenance of children and tracks and roads. And then also they will be embarking on information services. They will be embarking on land surveying, and then also they will be as well issuing building permits, and then also they will be embarking on primary to mid secondary schools, and then also the issue of sensitization on environmental issues, so on and so forth as the list goes.
There have been a very huge challenge in executing the functions that have been devolved before now to council. So, with this addition, what do you think will be some of the challenges council will face?
Yes, council has been faced with several challenges, and then key among those is funding. Of course, we know we still rely on central government for funds, and because never mind, we are expected to generate our own revenue uh, using our local revenue structures that we have, but it's a big challenge because having that capacity is a big challenge. So we are still pleading on government to assist us in releasing funds that they have for councils on time, because if we haven't these funds on time, we'll be able to mobilize and generate our own resources. Because especially for district councils, for municipal councils, they are much doing well, like in the area of property tax and business license. They are much better because the citizens are acquainted with it, and then they are used to paying their taxes. But like for us in the provincial areas or in the district localities, we're finding it difficult, despite we strategies that we are embarking on, sensitizing the people, telling them the needs, why they should pay, and then also telling them what we are doing with those monies as a council, it's really a big challenge, the area of funding, because if actually council is being given that support, we will be able to generate our own revenue. That one we know. But if those supports are not there, I'm telling you, there is no way we can raise those uh, revenue.
So home source revenue generation have been a very key challenge with this governmental boost of added functions. What do you think council will be able to do to combat this particular challenge?
Yes, adding the functions is one, yeah, that one. But again, we need the central government support and also the citizens support, because you may give the function to the person, but if you still holding on to the keys, then there is no way we're able to actualize our dreams. As a council, I am sure if we able to get the support that we require from the central government and also from the citizens, they will be able to perform, because I have no doubt in council capacity. So now what we are pleading for, we need government support, and then we need total devolution, because saying is one thing and doing is another. So now that they've devolved those functions, we are kindly asking government that they give us the necessary support so that we will be able to implement those functions, because by so doing we'll be able to get more revenue, because now that these functions have been devolved to us, and we know, I would say almost those functions will be generating revenue. So if they will give us the support as a government and as a citizen, then I believe we'll be able to generate more revenue, and absolutely we'll be able to bring development in our localities.
Now, the message to the people of Bombali from you is what is expected of you now, because there are functions other MDAs have been performing now. These functions are to be performed by council. So, what is the message to the people of Bombali district?
Where my message to the people of Bombali, let them be rest assured. We'll begin to work with them as a government, a local government, and my appeal to ministries, departments, and agencies, now that these functions have been delegated to council, we're still going to work as one. We're going to find time, we'll sit and then able to discuss some of those functions that have been taken from them and then handed over to council, so that we see how best we synchronize and harmonize them. Where there are gray areas, we're able to fix them up, then we'll fully start to implement as a council, and then we'll be rest assured to give the general citizen the best service they ever yearn for.
All right, thank you very much.
You're most welcome.